Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 10 in EDU 280. I just want to take you on a quick tour of the week 10 Blackboard folder and give you some relevant reminders. Okay, I've just clicked on weekly modules. I'm going to scroll down to week 10, working with families. You'll note even on this page it says no graded assignments for this week because it is test week and test number 2 is there. It's ready to go. It's on here, it says it'll open on Friday and close Sunday, but for those of you who are protective of your weekends, I am opening it Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Okay, so you can take it as soon as Thursday, but I definitely don't think you should take it until you've reviewed all of this week 10 content. All right, so you won't see this yet. It will open Thursday morning, but test number 2 will be the link at the top. And this study guide, really, that is the test, pretty much. You will be asked to define the concept, give an example of it, and then explain its value in some way. And that will be made clear for you in the test. So just make sure you have a solid understanding of each of those concepts. If you don't, you can go back starting with, I believe, whenever the first week after test 1, I think week 6 or something like that. And just go into each of those folders and review the concepts, review the readings. You can always email me with a specific question. These are your textbook readings for week 10. Please note that the ELA textbook, that chapter is, I think, the most comprehensive reading of the week. There are a lot of very specific bits of information in the DAP book, and it's all pretty short, so I would recommend checking those out. And then the week by week, there is an entire chapter on how to use a portfolio for communications with families. It's really, really specific, and it really gets into the weeds of how to make a portfolio. I want you to have an understanding of what a portfolio is, what you might include in it, but that's a pretty long reading, and you can just kind of flip through that one. Check it out, okay? Then one of my famous top 10 lists, top 10 tips working with families. So these pretty much speak for themselves. So I hope you enjoy that little list. Maybe it's something you could hold on to for later. And at the bottom, I guess it's sort of a bonus 11th tip, but really I see it as a overarching thing we should always be doing. At all times, model the qualities you wish to see in your students' families, right? If you want your families to care more about books, then you should always have a book in your hand when you're meeting with families, right? Or stacked up on your desk. Little things like that. I know as educators, we get frustrated with our students, we get frustrated with our families and parents, but before you get into that rut, do a serious self-reflection and make sure that you're embodying all the things you wish to see in your students, that you wish to see in your families. So it's just something to think about. I've dropped several links. One thing that's really cool about early childhood education that we don't get a lot of in my other identity as a composition instructor is the government is deeply concerned with what we're doing, right? And how we do it. And so we have these really huge, solid professional associations like the NAUIC. And then even like our health department will issue literacy statements. And the Department of Education, obviously, they have an official statement on family engagement. So I think that's pretty cool. And then I've picked some of my favorite videos that I found on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy those. And then I did notice, I didn't know this was a thing, but in my searching around for multimedia, it turns out January 27th was Family Literacy Day. So I made a note for next time around when I teach this class. I definitely want to do something special, around that time. And then February 3rd is World Loud Day. So two relevant holidays, I guess is what I would call them, have flown by under the radar. Not next time, though. We'll do something fun, especially if we have a seated class. We'll do something cool with that. Okay, so this is week 10, family focused, family literacy, communicating with families, family engagement, all that fun stuff. For those of you who have already worked in an EC environment or are currently, I'm sure you have stories. And I know that for a lot of this, a lot of what you're being told to do and how to do it, easier said than done when you're dropped into a tricky situation with a parent or a caretaker. And so that's not lost on me either. A lot of this is theoretical and hypothetical and in an ideal world. And then, life has other plans. So, anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. I will post the Monday memo here in a moment. But yeah, just a reminder that you don't have like a homework assignment this week, but you've got a test. And you don't want to miss that test and get a 0 on it because it is a bit more heavily weighted than a typical homework assignment. So, all right, that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.